What's good, my pretty fam, and we're back! First and foremost, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, whatever side of your page it may be on or on your phone. Just click that button and hit the little bell to get the notifications first. It's absolutely free. You don't even gotta fill out your name to join the best community on YouTube, hands down. What do you got to lose? Go ahead and click that button, run the numbers up for us. Let's go. Now, today we got another reaction video to another power tripping cop. Like we said, normally we do music reactions on this channel, but as the audience is getting bigger, again, I'll mention it. I went on lockdown 23-1. If you for an episode, hopefully that drops this week, and hopefully thousands of his subscribers come over and join the Critty fam with us so we can grow this joint as big as possible, right? Start pushing content that everybody wants to see. I want to do varieties like reactions, podcasts, interviews, pranks, just anything. But the video I uploaded, the video before this was the first reaction to not a music video, not a song. It was about these power tripping cops, right? Because that's one issue that's obviously a big issue in this country these days is police officers. You know, defund the police after the George Floyd riots and all that. But I'm not one to get rid of the police. Obviously, that's the dumbest shit you could ever think of. Like, imagine life without the police, the anarchy. Like, if you didn't have big guns and big money, you're gone. Like, we would live in a third world country if we didn't have cops. Worse than a third world country. So in saying that, yes, we need cops, but we need real peace officers that are out to actually serve and protect, not go out looking to hurt somebody or looking to power trip or looking for someone to find, to grab and hurt. No, you should be out there looking for people to help, walking around the community, helping people, saying hi to people, making friends with people, getting to know people. That would bring the crime rate down a lot. I guarantee. I've seen it with my own eyes as I grew up, and like some of people I went to school with became police officers in my city. Younger me would do some stupid shit and get arrested and fight back with the cops. Now these cops, I know, we're friends, you're cool, you're more inclined not to do stupid shit because you know it's going to be your friends showing up to the scene, or cops that you know are friendly are going to show up. Not everywhere, obviously, like the south side of Chicago, the last two mayors they have just been completely shot. But this video I'm going to bring you right here again just shows the epitome of a power tripping cop. Probably was a nerd in high school, got picked on, never had a girlfriend. And he takes... The video will explain itself. Let's just get into the video because words don't do it justice. You just got to watch it for yourself first. And viewer discretion is advised because this shit gets kind of graphic.
Is advised.
Boom, perfect timing.
Miami to Florida, man. Florida cops. Florida is just a whole different world down there in itself.
Julissa Burgos was found seated on the sidewalk in front of a gas station, which prompted the owner to contact the police and request her removal. Officer Miguel Hernandez, a member of the Miami Police Department, promptly responded to the scene and instructed Ms. Burgos to vacate the premises.
I'm gonna tell you one more time.
Let's do it. I'll get some money out of you.
Oh, but
We get
you don't want to.
See how he's saying that shit too, first of all. Bye-bye, blowing their kisses and shit. And not to mention this little ass girl is pregnant. And she's probably, what, 5'4", 120 pounds soaking wet maybe? Big badass cop rolls up on the scene though to kick her off the curb as she's waiting for an Uber. She's sitting there waiting for a ride. Not going out and arresting the people that are looting stores and running around burning shit and shooting shit. But you'll go attack a little girl that's sitting there minding her own business waiting for an Uber to pick her up. So you could see his attitude right off the bat.
As Ms. Burgos walked away, it is alleged that she flicked ashes from her cigarette onto a police vehicle. Officer Hernandez followed her to the adjacent block and confronted her about the issue.
Well, first of all, if she did walk by and even accidentally, or purposely or accidentally flicked her cigarette in ashes, she didn't flick the cigarette, flicked the ash, went on the hood of his car. I guarantee by the time he walked to chase her down and bring her back to his car, that the wind would have blew that shit off. Or you could have just walked up to the car and it would have blew it right off. But Mr. Sergeant Slaughter over here, Captain Slaughter, has to chase her down because he's big bad tough guy with the gun and the badge, so you gotta listen to him.
Officer Rivera joined him, and together they attempted to compel Ms. Burgos to return to the police.
Return to the site that you just kicked her out of. You just, bye-bye, so long, bitch. Kicked her out of there where she's waiting for her Uber, which if you miss your Uber spot, you have to reorder a whole new one, which, if you know what I'm talking about, it's annoying as hell. Kick her out of that spot. She leaves. They chase her down. Now they're trying to drag her right back to that same spot over some cigarette ashes. Cigarette ashes. That's what cops in Florida, which is one of the craziest goddamn states. Go to Google and type in Florida man, if you ever heard of that, and you will find a million of just the weirdest, craziest stories ever. So much crime you could be solving down there, but let's put all of our officers onto a pregnant little girl who flicked a cigarette ash.
Cruiser and cleaned the alleged residue.
Come here. You're gonna go back to my car and you're gonna clean that or you're gonna go to jail. Go! Now you piss me off. Go!
Now you piss me off. Get up and go clean my car or you're going to jail. Now you piss me off. See, now it's about him. It's not about being a cop. He's taking it personal because he's a bitch. He probably got treated like a bitch his whole life. And now, oh, this little girl's gonna bitch me? No, I got a gun and a badge now. You're gonna listen to me. You're gonna go to my car and clean it or you're going to jail. Fuck out of here.
Get up!
Get up.
Get up! Get up! Okay, you're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna go back to my car and you're gonna clean it. You got a gun? She got a cigarette and she went to my car. Okay, she got it. Yeah, so you're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna go back to my car and you're gonna clean it. You got your gloves on?
I'm pregnant. He's bothering me.
Okay, you're gonna go back to my car.
She's pregnant. And he still continues to harass her. Is this what you call protecting and serving? Going out to drag a little girl away from a gas station, pregnant, who's waiting for an Uber, to pick her up and drag her back to clean some ashes. I'm going to fast forward a little bit in the video, because they just get her back here to, they physically pick her up and they walk her back over to the squad car here.
Yes, because you're aggressive for no reason. Get away from me. Help me.
You want to resist me? Look at it. She gotta be, what, 5'4"? Maybe? Come on, bro. Tough guy. Giving her a straight panic attack. This is ridiculous. And it's these bad apples that ruin it for the good cops. Now they start throwing her around and shit. Yeah. Big ups to the gas station owner too. Call a patron sitting out of your place of employment waiting for an Uber ride. And this is what you have done to her. I'll fast forward a little bit here now where they're getting her over to the car.
You're a terrible person, man.
Ms. Burgos adamantly refused their request and directed curse words at the officers.
Which is not
Eventually,
illegal.
they physically forced her back to the police vehicle
I would have
parked
been
at the gas
spitting curse words
station
out too.
and placed her in
You
the back
pussy.
seat. The video footage depicts an ongoing exchange of arguments between Ms. Burgos and Officer Hernandez.
And that's again, you know, he's just trying to start a personal fight. You got her back, right? You didn't even make her clean the ashes off the hood. All you did was arrest her. So you weren't that worried about the ashes on your hood, were you? No. You were just power tripping, manhandling a little ass girl. Hope you feel real tough.
At one point,
And
Ms.
that's not
Burgos
even
can
it.
be
Wait till
seen
you see
spitting
this.
in Officer Hernandez's direction. Subsequently, the body cam video
Says she spit in his direction. Not on him, but in his direction. And the still frame right here, you could see his hands around her neck. How small she is. His whole hand, one hand literally almost fits around her whole neck.
At one point, Ms. Burgos can be seen spitting in Officer Hernandez's direction. Subsequently, the body cam video captures Officer Hernandez striking the handcuffed Ms. Burgos in the face. Moments later, he proceeds to grasp her by the neck with both hands, forcibly dragging her out of the car and forcefully propelling her face first onto the ground. Officer Rivera, the second officer present, who had momentarily averted his attention.
At least that's what I'll say about this. At this part, they're gonna show when it gets real graphic. How he says before he grabbed her by the throat, he punches her and then grabs her by the throat, and then continues to pull her out of the car and slam her onto her face. This is when Officer Rivera comes up, and at least we have one Miami cop that has some goddamn sense in his head. And they're lucky that this wasn't in Los Angeles, because if that was at a gas station somewhere in California, and those gang members and those people out there seen some shit like this happen, they probably would have blew that cop's head clean off right then and there.
Onto the ground. Officer Rivera, the second officer present, who had momentarily averted his attention, promptly attends to Ms. Burgos, finding her unconscious. While checking on her, Officer Rivera vociferously confronts Officer Hernandez, questioning his actions with exasperation, yelling, "What the hell
And
did you do?"
look right here too. In the background, we got 1, 2. This guy with his arms up like this. 3, 4. So we got 4 more bystanders coming out already.
Give me a second, I get my stuff.
I'm surprised that they even grabbed her stuff for her. Yeah, you're real pregnant. Who the fuck are you to tell her she's pregnant or not? And she's asking to be brought to a hospital. She's asking for EMS, and they deny her, which is also illegal. You hear this dude? What's wrong with her, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You're so worried about your fucking cigarette ashes. She's in a whole different cruiser, and you didn't even make her clean the ashes off your cruiser. So what is wrong with you, bro? Now her hyperventilating is getting him even more angry. Like, how does a small pregnant female hyperventilating, handcuffed in the back of your car, pose that big of a threat to you? There he goes, punches her. Bop. Boom! Knocks her the fuck out. See that? Go back. The cop even says, "What the hell did you do? What did you do? Man, she's spitting at me." And then you see more bystanders filing out of the gas station. That's why I said if this was in California, like in Compton or something, and they seen this happen, that cop would have got his head shot off. He'd have got put to the moon. See all these bystanders now coming out? That cop is lucky those are no real gang members that don't play that shit. You didn't have to do that, exactly. All over some cigarette ashes. So at least you got good people though standing around filming.
Julius
Like, look at this
Burgos
girl's
would be
face,
charged
man.
with criminal mischief and assault on a police officer. However, these
She got charged with assault on a police officer for spitting in his direction after being wrongfully arrested. And look at this girl's face, being pregnant, having to go through that. She's not going to be traumatized and hate cops now for the rest of her life? Come on.
criminal mischief and assault on a police officer. However, these charges were later dismissed. According to the report from the Civilian Investigative Panel, Officer Hernandez resigned in June of 2021 after the Miami-Dade State's Attorney's Office conducted an investigation into the incident. Additionally, Officer Hernandez willingly surrendered his police license.
Yeah, because he knew his bitch ass was going to get fired. They need to bring him up on charges.
We were obviously very surprised, stunned, shocked.
And give this girl like a $2 million settlement.
We saw that body worn.
I think the evidence in this case is overwhelming, clearly went too far.
There wasn't a point at all in that video where the officer was de-escalating the situation.
Nope.
From the very first contact until the inevitable ending.
Initially, Sergeant Carlos Mendez, Mr. Hernandez's supervisor, defended the actions of Officer Hernandez, deeming them, quote, reasonable and in compliance with state laws.
And he's just as
However,
bad as the
Sergeant
other
Mendez's own supervisor,
Just as bad.
Lieutenant Rodolfo Beltran, disapproved of the report and promptly returned it to Sergeant Mendez on the same day. In other words, it is alleged that Sergeant Carlos Mendez purposefully provided false information in his police report in an attempt to shield Officer Hernandez. Before the Civilian Investigative Panel could hold a hearing on the actions of Sergeant Mendez, he retired 2 months later in August of 2021. Ultimately, no disciplinary or termination actions were taken against any of the officers involved, and they were not charged with any crimes.
Not charged with the crime, but it clearly says right here, flicking her cigarette, he physically forced her back to the police car. While in custody, Hernandez resorted to violence, punching her in the face and dragging her by the neck until he slammed her on the face unconscious. How is that not a criminal charge? Aggravated assault at the, I don't know, she's handcuffed at, like, come on.
In fact, Officer Hernandez was permitted to resign and retain his pension.
Didn't and retain his pension. That's crazy. Shout out Mountain Dew. Maybe you guys could give me a sponsor. But that's crazy too. They let him retain his attention or his pension and face no criminal action. And these are some of the people that are walking these streets with guns and badges on them. Literally taking people, kidnapping people, taking them hostage. False imprisonment, false arrests, being able to punch and kick and do shit, whatever they want. Steal money from you, pull away. I've literally seen cops been in situations, pulled over, money and drugs. They take the money, take the drugs, and leave. Like, these cops need to be vetted more. Like, we need police, obviously, but the way that they hire and the way that they train these guys needs to be completely changed and revamped and redone to stop watching endless videos like this you see on YouTube. And I'm going to react more to these, to if we could spread awareness to stop this type of shit, because obviously that video is gruesome to watch, and that girl did not deserve not one bit of that. Just sitting there pregnant, minding her own business, waiting for an Uber, and that's how her day ended. And that motherfucker went home and went to sleep and ate dinner like nothing happened during the day. Crazy. Crazy. But again, if you like content like this, let me know. Lace it in the comment section if you want to see more videos like this. Send me suggestions, links, whatever you want me to react to. I'm going to throw it up there. We're still going to do the music, but like I said, we're going to try to expand and do other types of reaction videos, podcast interviews, like I explained all at the beginning of this. So hopefully it all just snowballs and starts to catch on, and we roll from there. And hopefully you all stay on and join us along for the ride. So that's it for today. I hope y'all have a good rest of your night, and we'll catch you on the next one.